Mr. Punch. For over 180 years, the revolutionary force in the world of cigars. It is now time for the main event of Quick Jabs. The following interview is scheduled for 10 rounds. Introducing first, from parts unknown, he is the reigning, defending, undisputed, bobbleweight champion of the world, Mr. Punch! And his opponent, hailing from the Red Hook section of Brooklyn, he is a former tag team champion, the first ever FTW champion, the greatest ECW champion of all time, and a true cigar connoisseur. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Taz!
Mr. Punch, are you ready to get your kicked?
Fellas, I want a good interview here. I want a clean interview. And when the bell rings, Punch, Taz, you better come out strong. You understand?
All right, bring it. This is Quick Jabs. I'm sure you're a big fan of the show, and you know how we handle our business, but just to recap, if there's any new viewers, this is Quick Jabs with me, Mr. Punch. And that means we're going to ask you, Taz, 10 rapid-fire questions. Answer them if you can. Survive if I let ya.
That's called gimmick infringement, but I'll let it go.
Yeah, well, I paraphrased it from my intro. Anyway, are you ready?
Born ready. To use that cliche, born ready. Yes, I'm ready.
Taz, you're known for your signature moves such as the T-bone, Tazplex, head and arm, Tazplex, overhead, belly-to-belly, Tazplex, and the Taz Mission. Tell me, how do you come up with the names for your moves?
All right, watch the attitude. I sensed a little bit of an attitude. Watch the attitude, Mr. Punch. I don't play those. Just because I act like your friend, I'm not your friend, my friend. You understand?
Whoa, I got it. Listen, I'm not trying to be on the business end of a Tazplex. Let's just head to the next round. Taz, as I said in your intro, you have quite the collection of championships in your career. In your experience, what's the best cigar to celebrate a title win, and what drink are you gonna pair with it?
I'm obviously a big fan of Punch Cigars, and I have right here, I'm going to smoke it. I'm in a hotel, so obviously I can't smoke this now. And it's about 3,000 degrees down here in Florida. So the Punch Rejojo I'm going to smoke is one of my favorite. Such a unique style and the thicker ring in the middle and stuff. It's a great draw on this smoke. I love this stick very much. So I would take this with a little cognac, just dip it in a little cognac, and I'm good to go. And it would go great probably with my ECW World Championship my first one that I won.
There you go. Enough said. A champion cigar fit for a champion. Next question. Alright, so you're obviously a big cigar guy, but there are a lot of wrestlers who enjoy a nice smoke now and again. So tell me, who in the locker room, besides you, would have the best humidor?
That's a great question, Mr. Punch, especially here in AEW. We have a lot of cigar aficionados. A lot of us smoke cigars. What a lot of people don't realize is that we, at the end of shows, and this has never been really exposed, but I'll just do it here. At the end of our after doing live Dynamites on TNT, our weekly show on Wednesday nights, our weekly series, we celebrate outside, usually whatever hotel we're at, and there's a bunch of us that sit outside on a terrace around 1 a.m. We stay there sometimes till sunrise, smoking cigars and maybe having a beer or a White Claw or something like that. So I would say number one in our locker room would be Cody, the American Nightmare Cody, the former TNT champion. Also, one of the men in SCU, okay, which is Frankie Kazarian. A lot of you guys are familiar with Kaz, not Taz. Frankie's another big cigar lover. So we're always and what we do is we give out sticks to a lot of the, other wrestlers that are not as big into cigars. So, and they get hooked into cigars. So we're creating that kind of, that kind of habit, which I guess is bad, but good at the same time for those people who love a good stick.
Hey, I like that. It's not a habit, it's a hobby, and you tell them you're welcome. Oh yeah! That sound means only one thing. It's the beef round. Taz, we have a trio of tasty interrogation topics for you. all three inspired by your world travels. Are you ready?
Of course I'm ready. As I said earlier, if you're not paying attention, Mr. Punch, I was born ready.
So let's go. You're from Brooklyn, but you're perhaps best known for your time wrestling in Philadelphia. So, what's better, an all-beef hot dog from Nathan's or a Philly cheesesteak from Geno's?
I'm going to go to Nathan's all-beef hot dog, straight up Brooklyn style. Easy peasy, no doubt about it.
What's the best steakhouse on the road?
Don Schuler's, obviously after the late great head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Don Schuler's Steakhouse, always awesome. One of the hotels we stay out a lot in Florida, in Jacksonville. Morton's, another great one. There's a Morton's in our hotel. So I would say, for me, it's a dead heat, a tie between Don Schuler's and Morton's.
I thought you might say Ribera's Steakhouse in Japan. Have you been there?
Whoa, have I been there? You have a fake organs in your body? You missed the wood thing, whatever the hell you are, you bobblehead freak? Of course I've been to Ribera. Multi-times.
Do you own the jacket?
Let me tell you something. I got 4 jackets. Now you got me all amped up. You start talking about my time in Japan. Of course I got jackets. I got 4 of them. And I will tell you this about Ribera Steakhouse. As nice of people they are, between you and me, Mr. Punch, this is the truth. The steak actually sucks. And that's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Dude, it's fatty, but bad fatty. And it's like, some of us think, is it even a cow that this steak is from? Like, what is going on? The steak is a little oily, greasy. Ribera is just a thing where it's a spot like for wrestlers to go for decades and decades. So it's almost like a must. And you take a picture and you get the free satin jacket and you get, your rear end kissed for a little bit. The food itself, it stinks. I'm not kidding. It's horrible. So I'm sure I'll never be welcomed back there again in Tokyo. All right.
Whew. These are some hot takes. All right, imagine. It's late. You're driving into a new town. Do you want a burger from Wendy's or steak and eggs from Waffle House?
I'm going to go to Waffle House, even though that's kind of like a Ribera steak, a Waffle House. And that's not a lie.
All right, a lot of fans talk about their Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. I want to know, what's your Mount Rushmore of cigars?
That's a tough question. Here I am on the official YouTube page for Punch. I can't go and promote another brand. That'd be unloyal, wouldn't it be?
Hey, you can be honest.
You are such a fair bobblehead. You really are. Well, in no particular order, obviously, as far as brands we're talking about, right? Not particular cigars. I would say probably Zeno is a really great brand. Obviously, Punch. I like a lot of the Drew Estate cigars too. And I would probably say Olivier. Also, I would go that route. Those 4 are probably my go-to.
All right, solid lineup. Okay, next
Hold
round.
on a second, Mr. Punch. I got a question. I know you're supposed to ask the questions. Now, does Mr. Punch, no one's ever asked Mr. Punch this, does Mr. Punch vary towards a different brand once in a blue moon to test the competition?
All Punch, all the time. I'm way too confident to stray.
Respect. Company man right there. Respect. Got it.
From iconic cigars to fantasy cigars, let's say, you and I tag together and make a brand new cigar, the Punch FTW. Describe it to me. What's it look like? What's it taste like? Paint me a little picture.
Probably 54 ring gauge. We'll go that thick. I like a thicker smoke. Not into a longer cigar, like a 7, 8, like a Churchill, not my style. So we'll go more 6-inch, 5-inch in that world. I definitely more towards a full strength, medium to full, medium high to full, Maduro, that type of, darker wrap, stronger smoke. Does that work for you if we partner up on this?
I like it. The Punch FTW.
Never been done before, so maybe we got to talk a little business.
Okay, let's talk some business. Legend has it, the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant, once drank 119 beers in one session. It's also been said Mark Twain could smoke up to 40 cigars in one day. which of these feats would you least like to attempt?
Yeah, I wouldn't do all those beers.
Taz, you've seen it all in your career. You've shared a locker room with some of the greats. Now you're in AEW, All Elite Wrestling. So who is the next great? Who's the next guy or the next woman to really break through?
Well, I'm blessed to be here in AEW, where we have a large amount of younger talent that is the next big thing, to use that term. In no particular order, I would say some of the athletes we have, just a couple on the male side, one on the female side. I would say an athlete by the name of MJF. He is definitely someone that I think is going to be, he's already a big star, but he will be a world champion soon, and a massive star. I think another guy named Sammy Guevara, who's in the inner circle. You know Chris Jericho, I'm sure Mr. Punch. Well, Sammy Guevara is in the inner circle. Sammy Guevara is a tremendous young wrestler. A young lady from Japan who wrestles for us. She's the AEW Women's Champion. Her name is Shida. She is tremendous. She's great. So yeah, we have a good amount of, and there's others. There's a lot of young stars we have that are great for sure.
What about Brian Cage?
Well, Brian Cage is the FTW champion, and Brian Cage is part of Team Taz, who Ricky Starks. I didn't want to be, just post and blow up my guys. Ricky Starks is also absolute Ricky Starks, is part of Team Taz. Yeah, they're both great. I would not align myself with them if they weren't. I'm just trying to give a little love to these other people on the roster. I don't want to just blow up my guys. Brian Cage also, you got to realize, Brian Cage he's been wrestling a lot of years. He's wrestling like 14 years. So you asked me the question of younger people, so I'm talking about people that, let's say, are under 25. See, Mr. Punch, maybe that's how you should ask that question. Fix it in post.
Oof. All right, so I'm over 180 years old. Is there a slot for me to join Team Taz?
Well, listen, if you start bringing boxes of sticks around like that, bro, you could be the drill instructor, the big sergeant, make it like an officer in Team Taz. You look good in orange and black.
Hey, listen, I look good in everything.
You're a handsome son of a gun. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, there are a lot of assholes out there today. If you could suplex anybody in the world right now, who would it be?
Mr. Punch.
Ooh, all right. Moving on. Okay, I think we're getting the signal from the back that it's time to go home. We're gonna end this episode the way we end every episode. Taz, if you were reincarnated as a cigar, who in history would you want to smoke you?
My friend Mike Tyson. Oh yeah, Mike Tyson. I was inspired a lot in my career by Mike Tyson when I was in my prime. If you remember, Mike Tyson used to wear a white towel around his neck. He cut it like a poncho, and he'd wear it to the ring. So that inspired me to wear the black towel on my head. I never tried to copy Mike. I was inspired by a towel and another Brooklyn guy.
Wow. You dropped that like it's no big deal. Great answer. Great talk. Taz, thank you so much for coming on the show and going jab for jab with yours truly. Before you log off, let my viewers know where we can find you, follow you, watch you. Where can we get more Taz?
Look, I'm not a big plug guy. That's not my thing. But, I do the social media. I get annoyed. Sometimes I attack people on there. So on the Twitter, I'm at official Taz with 1Z. And on Instagram, I don't know. I think it's official Taz 13. It's got the blue check. I don't, you know what? I get annoyed sometimes with the whole thing. Facebook, I got it, but I don't even use it. You can see me on TV every week on AEW Dynamite on TNT, 8 p.m. Eastern. Also on the official AEW, I told you I like to plug things, on the AEW YouTube page, the official YouTube page. And I'm one of the co-hosts of AEW Dark, a very successful YouTube series that drops every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Mr. Punch, I'm a very busy man. I need to go smoke this beautiful Punch Cigar downstairs near the lobby. So, because I can't do it in this room. Are we done here? Because I'm very busy.
No, we're done. Thanks again for logging on. And for all of you watching out there, don't forget to join the Punch Brotherhood. And if I may be so bold, definitely go light up a Taz favorite Punch Rick Rojo champion and watch the Human Promo Machine in action on AEW Dynamite. We're going to link everything below that Taz mentioned up top. Punch, out.